I had never heard of glutathione before. It sounded complicated, like something only doctors talked about in medical journals. But one evening, while reading through an article on aging and muscle weakness, a single sentence stopped me in my tracks. After age 60, your body's glutathione levels drop by nearly 50%. That hit me hard. Could this be why I felt constantly drained, even after eating well and staying active? The more I read, the clearer it became. Glutathione isn't just another antioxidant. It's called the master antioxidant because it protects every single cell in the human body. And more importantly, it fuels your mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your muscles. Without enough glutathione, your cells begin to rust from the inside. They can't produce energy efficiently, and your muscles feel heavy, tired, and weak, especially your legs. That described me perfectly. My mornings had become slower, my walks shorter, and my confidence was fading. But here's where the story turns. I discovered something called liposomal glutathione. Unlike regular glutathione that gets destroyed by stomach acid, this version is wrapped in a protective, fatty layer called a liposome. That means it can pass through your digestive system unharmed and reach your bloodstream where it actually works. I started taking 500 milligrams every morning before breakfast on an empty stomach. Within just 2 weeks, something incredible happened. My legs didn't feel like anchors anymore. That sluggish, heavy feeling that used to follow me all day was gone. I started walking faster, standing taller, and smiling more. I was finally regaining the energy I thought I'd lost forever. You see, glutathione doesn't just fight toxins. It rebuilds your strength from within. It protects your mitochondria from oxidative stress, keeping them young and efficient. These tiny power plants inside your cells generate the energy you need to move. When they slow down, so do you. A 2020 study published in the Clinical Interventions in Aging journal revealed something amazing. Seniors who supplemented with glutathione for 12 weeks saw a 35% increase in muscle strength and a 28% improvement in walking speed. That wasn't coincidence. It was proof. Glutathione doesn't just slow aging, it reverses the cellular damage that makes us feel old. I remember waking up one morning after a full night's rest and feeling light. My legs weren't aching like they used to. My movements felt smoother, my thoughts clearer. It was as if my body had finally remembered how to be young again. That's when I realized something profound. Strength isn't just about muscle size. It's about cellular vitality. You can train your muscles all you want, but if your cells are tired, your body will be too. So, I made glutathione part of my daily routine. Just one small dose in the morning. No fancy pills, no heavy supplements, just a liquid dose of life energy. Within weeks, I noticed something else. My recovery time after walks was shorter. My muscles didn't feel sore or stiff anymore. I could move with ease, like my younger self. But there was still something missing. I was getting stronger, yes. My energy was better, yes. But every now and then, I'd feel a strange kind of fatigue. Not physical, but deeper, like my body was still fighting something invisible. And that led me to the third vitamin on my list, the one that rebuilt my immune defense, stopped the silent inflammation, and gave my legs the stability they desperately needed. Number 3, oil of oregano.
Are you finding it harder to get up from your chair lately? Or struggling to climb stairs like you used to, even though you still do your daily stretches and yoga exercises? I remember when I first noticed it. One quiet morning, I tried to stand up from my favorite wooden chair by the window, and my legs just didn't respond like they used to. There was a heaviness, a strange weakness I couldn't explain. I brushed it off at first. Maybe I just didn't sleep well, I told myself. But the next day, And the one after that, it got worse. My yoga routine, which had always given me strength and balance, suddenly felt like a struggle. Downward dog felt heavier, standing poses shaky. My legs, once my proudest strength, had started to betray me. I know what you might be thinking. But yoga is supposed to keep me strong, right? I thought the same. But here's the truth no one told me. Even if you do yoga every day, even if you eat clean and stay active, your legs can still grow weaker as you age. And the reason isn't lack of exercise. It's something deeper, something hidden inside your cells. When your body stops absorbing nutrients properly, when your cells stop producing energy efficiently, and when your bones lose their density, no amount of yoga or walking can stop your legs from weakening. That realization hit me hard. I had always prided myself on being healthy, but I realized I had ignored something essential: vitamins and minerals that my body could no longer produce or absorb the same way it once did. That's when I discovered the 5 powerful nutrients that changed everything. No, it wasn't vitamin C or any of those regular ones we've all heard about. These nutrients work on 3 critical areas of the body: nutrient absorption, cellular energy production, and bone mineral density. Once I began understanding how they worked, my strength came back, my balance improved, my confidence returned. So let me take you through my story. I'll start with the simplest one, the one that almost everyone overlooks, yet it can rebuild your leg strength faster than any stretch or supplement. Number 1. Electrolytes. I used to think electrolytes were just something for athletes or gym goers. You know, those colorful drinks you see in commercials. But I was wrong. Electrolytes are the electrical life force that allows your muscles to move. Every time you stand, walk, or even blink, your muscles are firing tiny electrical signals made possible by minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Without them, your muscles literally cannot contract properly. That's why I used to feel so heavy and tired in the mornings. I wasn't lacking energy, I was dehydrated and mineral depleted. Here's what changed everything for me. I started drinking 32 ounces of water every morning, but not plain water. I added a quarter teaspoon of high-quality sea salt and a pinch of cream of tartar, which is rich in potassium. Within a week, I felt like my body woke up from a long sleep. My legs didn't tremble when I stood up. My mind felt sharper. I could climb the stairs again with confidence. That's when I realized something powerful. Strength doesn't start in the gym. It starts at the cellular level. And if you're feeling weak, dizzy, or off balance, it's not necessarily age catching up to you. It could be a lack of electrolytes. In fact, a 2019 study showed that seniors with proper electrolyte levels had 40% better muscle function and fewer falls. That's not coincidence, that's biology. So, I made it a habit. 16 ounces of my homemade electrolyte drink right after waking up, and another 16 ounces in the afternoon. Simple, natural, life-changing. But even after fixing my hydration, I noticed something else. My energy still wasn't where I wanted it to be. My legs were stronger, but I still tired easily. That's when I discovered the second vitamin, one that works hand in hand with electrolytes to restore power at the cellular level. Number 2. Liposomal glutathione.
When I first heard about oil of oregano, I thought it was just another herbal fad, something people on the internet hyped up for a few weeks and then forgot. But when I looked deeper, what I found was astonishing. Oregano oil wasn't just a kitchen spice in a bottle. It was one of the most powerful natural antibiotics on Earth. It has compounds called carvacrol and thymol, 2 natural agents that can destroy bacteria, viruses, and even stubborn fungi. That meant it didn't just protect me from colds or infections. It could actually lower the silent inflammation that was eating away at my muscles. I remember my first week trying it. Just 3 drops of pure, wild oregano oil mixed in warm water every morning. The taste? Strong. The kind that wakes you up instantly. It burned going down, but that warmth felt like it was cleaning me from the inside. Within days, something changed. The dull ache I used to feel in my knees was fading. My legs didn't feel swollen after long walks. Even my hands felt lighter, less stiff. For the first time, I wasn't just regaining muscle. I was regaining comfort. You see, I learned that chronic inflammation is like a slow, invisible fire. It burns away the strength in your muscles and joints, leaving you weaker and more fragile with each passing year. Oil of oregano helps put out that fire. In one study, published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, researchers found that oregano extract reduced inflammation markers by nearly 60% in just 10 days. That's not hype, that's science. And I could feel it working inside me. My legs, which once felt swollen and heavy, began to feel stable again. My balance improved. I could stand from a chair without needing to push off the armrests. One morning I went out to the garden to water the plants. I bent down easily. I hadn't done that in years without wincing. I just smiled to myself and whispered, "Thank you, oregano." That was the moment I realized healing isn't always about medicine. Sometimes nature has already created what we need. We just have to trust it again. I kept oregano oil as my daily protector, 2 drops in warm water every other morning. And every time I took it, I imagined it cleaning my bloodstream, clearing the pathways to my muscles, restoring the strength that time had taken away. My friends began to notice. They said, "You look different. You're moving like your old self again." I'd just smile and reply softly, "I found a few secret ingredients nature forgot to advertise." But I wasn't done yet. I had improved my hydration, restored my cells with glutathione, and silenced the inflammation with oregano oil. Yet something still told me there was one more key to unlock: the sunlight within. You see, even though I felt stronger, I sometimes woke up with low energy on cloudy days. I couldn't explain it until I learned about something most people overlook: vitamin D3. It's more than just the sunshine vitamin. It's the switch that tells your body to build strength instead of losing it. Without it, your muscles can't absorb calcium properly, and your legs slowly lose their stability. That's where the final part of my story begins. The moment I stepped into the sunlight and rediscovered the power that had been sleeping in my body all along. Number 4. Vitamin D3.
The morning sun felt different that day. Warm, gentle, almost like it was calling my name. I walked outside, barefoot on the cool grass, and closed my eyes. For the first time in years, I could feel life moving through me. I had started taking vitamin D3 just a week earlier, 5,000 IUs every morning after breakfast, but nothing prepared me for what happened next. Within days, my energy returned with a quiet strength. I wasn't rushing through my routines anymore. I was living them, present, aware, grateful. Even my posture changed. I stood taller. My steps felt lighter. That's the power of vitamin D3. It doesn't just build bones, it builds resilience. It tells your muscles to hold on to strength. It lifts your mood, sharpens your focus, and turns fatigue into quiet confidence. Scientists call it the muscle activation vitamin because every muscle cell has a receptor waiting for it, and when it finally arrives, those cells awaken like seeds after the first rain. I remember reading a study from the Journal of Gerontology that said seniors with healthy vitamin D3 levels had 45% less risk of muscle weakness and falls. I wasn't surprised anymore. I was living proof. The changes weren't just physical. My mornings had purpose again. My laughter came easier. My reflection in the mirror didn't look older, it looked alive. And in that moment, I realized something profound. Healing isn't about finding one miracle. It's about giving your body the pieces it's been missing all along. Electrolytes gave me energy. Glutathione renewed my cells. Oregano oil silenced the inflammation. And vitamin D3 brought the sunlight back into my life. Together, they became more than vitamins. They became my foundation. My legs were stronger, yes, but what truly changed was the way I carried myself through the day. I started hiking again, one small hill at a time. I could walk to the market without stopping halfway. I could dance again with my wife in the living room, something I hadn't done in over a decade. That's when I realized aging isn't the enemy. Forget the fear, forget the number. Aging is simply your body asking for care, not surrender. So if you're listening to this right now, sitting there wondering if it's too late to get your strength back, I promise you, it's not. You just need to listen and give your body what it's been quietly asking for. Drink your electrolytes. Protect your cells with glutathione. Calm the fire with oregano oil and step into the sunlight for vitamin D3. Do it consistently. You don't have to live in pain or fatigue. You don't have to watch your strength fade away. Every day is another chance to rebuild. One sip, one breath, one sunrise at a time. Because the truth is, your body remembers how to heal. And when you finally give it what it needs, you don't just grow stronger, you grow younger from the inside out. So here's to strength, to stillness, to sunlight, and to the courage to begin again. My name is not important. What matters is that I found a way back, and so can you. Take that first step. Your body is waiting. Stay strong, stay alive.